What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight... Okay, we're coming back to Beth Hart. Yes, indeed, Beth Hart fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. This is a request from Dre Exposed Me. Sure, why not? Jesse Trucker, Joe Howerton, Tom Turner, Stay Srad, and Casper Fuglsang. I hope I pronounced that right. Fuglsang. Fuglsang. Yeah, we'll go with that. Casper Fuglsang. They all want to see me react to this song by Beth Hart called Am I the One? And this is apparently a live performance. Now, have I heard the song before? I don't think so. This doesn't resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. So, to the best of my knowledge, I've never heard it before. However, there's always a chance I may have heard the song in passing, and I just don't realize it. So, as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I've heard this before, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This was posted by Beth Hart, okay? And the video has 258,035 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Beth Hart, Am I the One? Live at Paradiso. Okay, I've done a reaction to a performance from the same venue. It was when she was doing, what was it? Oh, Whole Lotta Love from Led Zeppelin when she did that song. It was in the same venue. I recognize the red square carpet here. So, cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Hi. How you doing?
Wow.
I want to come closer. Yeah. Like, this is one of the few places, like, where it's okay to be totally insane. It's okay, right? Because it's just entertainment, you know? It's not like a big deal, you know? I want to sing some blues, man. Do you think it'd be okay if we just kind of all sat down? Aren't your feet tired? You know? Give your feet a rest. Just relax. Smoke a joint. Do whatever you do. Yeah, man. I really like Holland a lot, man. You guys are bitching.
I don't think in all my years of playing professionally, I don't think I've ever seen a performer ask the crowd to sit down. Let's all sit down together and relax. And I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think this might be the first time I've ever seen this. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even the one doing the performing. But I'm getting a certain level of, I hate to say this, I'm getting a certain level of anxiety. Like, I don't know what to make of this. Like, I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. Just because I'm so used, whenever we're performing live, I'm so used to everybody standing up. And we as the performers, we want the people to be standing up. We don't want people, if people are sitting down, that means we're not doing our job. That means they're bored. That's not good. So to see her saying, hey, let's all sit down. Let's all relax. Aren't your feet tired? Let's put our feet up a little bit. You know, relax and let's have some fun and just relax and enjoy the time. It's so alien to me. I mean, it's cool, don't get me wrong. It's different, but it just, I can feel my chest tightening. I really can. I can feel my chest going, this isn't right. This isn't right. It's weird. Oh, man. Okay, anyway, let's keep going here.
Oh, it's so much nicer. This way we get to just relax, kick our feet up, be together, you know? Hey, you guys, I want to tell you sincerely, man, thank you so much for being here tonight for us. I really appreciate it. Fucking so appreciate it. God bless you. Yeah. Go ahead, boys. Bring it on down now. I sing these words time and time again to express my life of being your lover and your friend. And as the clouds cloud high above, they gon' shed their tear, babe. I'm gonna embrace you, babe, with love from all your fear. But am I the one?
Ooh. Oh, she kicked in right there, didn't she? Woo. Okay. I love the feel of this. I do. You're in D. The progression's easy. D, down to G, up to A, back up to D. It's 1, 4, 5. It's just, instead of doing 1, it's 8. So it's the octave, right? So instead of going root, which would be 1, up to the 4, up to the 5, back down to the 1, it's the 8, which is the exact same note, just an octave up. You go on the 8, down to the 4, up to the 5, back up to the 8 again. I've heard it both ways. I've heard it both ways done in blues. I've heard that same progression, the 1, 4, 5, 1. I've heard it with the root, and I've heard it with the octave. I like both. I think if you're going a little faster, if you're going a little more upbeat, I think doing the octave down would make more sense. When you're doing a slower tempo like this, I do feel like doing the octave is actually more appropriate. Because of the slower tempo, it makes it stand out more. It makes the roots stand out. So I get it. It feels good. Everything about this feels good so far. I was commenting, I love my in-ears. I could hear the pick scraping on the string. Good Lord. So these things are amazing. It almost sounded like he was intentionally doing it during that little lead line that he was doing. It almost felt like he was intentionally trying to get that string to scrape a little bit more than normal. Maybe he was doing a little bit of a downward movement toward the bridge as he was stroking down. It's possible. But it sounded really nice. I dig the guitar on this. Really dig the guitar. Okay. She just kicked in to another level here. Let's see where this goes.
I'm gonna embrace you, babe, with love from all your fear. But Come on, hit that shit! A passion in your careers, yeah, it gon' flow through your fingertip, motherfucker. And I pray for the day I hear those precious words pass through your lips, and wishing upon a star from up above. That soon you look at me, baby, and say I'm the one that you love. Am I the one? Am I the one that you love? Am I the one? Am I the one that you think that I love? Don't you make me feel crazy if I break down and cry. Just tell me you love me, baby. If it is a lie, am I the one?
I love it. I love it. Build, 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 build. Apex. Whoom. Way down. Just like that. Love it. Love that. I love it when performers do that. Blues especially. There used to be a club. I guess you call it. It was more of a bar than a club. It was a blues club called Fingers. And it was down on Ventura Boulevard. And every Monday night, they would have their open mic blues night. And I would go down there at least once a month. Just to keep up on my blues chops and keep up on my jazz chops. And it's unfortunate they closed a number of years ago. But I used to love going there. I went there for about 2 years. And at least once a month, on a Monday night, I would take my bass, I would go down. And what they would do is they would literally put groups together. You would sign up on a sheet what your role was going to be. And I would always sign up as the bassist, bass player. And the guy who ran the thing would take the clipboard and he would go, okay, to the stage, I need so-and-so on bass, so-and-so on drums, so-and-so on guitar, so-and-so on harmonica, and this person's singing. And you have never played with these guys before. And you would all huddle up real quick. What are we going to do? Let's do blues in G. Sounds good. 12 bar sounds good. Let's go. Boom. And we would get into it. And it really helped me keep up on my blues chops. And it really helped me keep up on my ability to play blues and jazz, which as a whole made me a better musician because it got me a chance to read and anticipate what's happening and be able to feel what's happening in the song. Are we building? We're building. Okay, I better build with them. Because I had no clue what was going on most of the time. I had to follow along and, okay, this is where we're going. This is where we're doing. And it's not like we were playing pre-made songs. We were just jamming. Now, every once in a while, we would get that one douchebag guitar player / singer who would want to just rip out a song that's already been done, already been recorded. And the problem is when you do that, if everybody in the band doesn't know that song, it's going to be rough. So every time I would get stuck with one of these guys and they would say, we're going to do this song, we'd all look and be like, we don't know this. Oh, it's easy. Just follow along. I mean, yeah, we were able to follow along, but good Lord, it was stressful. But we got through it, which is always a good thing. But man, it makes it a lot harder when you're not all on the same page. When you are on the same page, like these guys clearly are, you can build and build and build and build and build and build. You hit that apex. And you can tell by what she's doing vocally where it's going to go. If she had stayed up, the band would have stayed up. But she started to come down very quickly. So what did the band do? Shoo, they came down with her. Very cool. I love it. I absolutely love that. That's fantastic. Anyway, let's keep going here.
Till I sit right down next to mama. And I'll make you feel good. I'll make you feel alright. Hey, play, play.
Bro. Seems like a good place to say to pause. Oh, wow. I went for over 3 minutes without pausing. That is not good. Okay, I am probably going to get blocked. That guitar solo was ripping. Absolutely ripping. Great job on his part. Some great lines, some great bending. And most importantly, when it comes to blues soloing, great use of dynamics, knowing when to play loud, when to play soft, when to turn it up, when to pull it back. You know, he did a great job with his solo. And good job for the band on reading her and when to you know, come back into the main riff again. Really nice job on all of their parts. Bass player is doing some great bass work, man. I am digging what he's doing. He's active when he needs to be. But like when the guitar player goes up for the solo, he went up higher. You heard the bass player come up with him to kind of fill out that mid-range sound. Very important to do. You gotta know, man, because if you're staying down low the whole time and the guitar player is going up, that whole middle area, unless you have a keyboardist. Now, if you have a keyboardist, you got nothing to worry about. But if you don't have a keyboardist, it's literally guitar and bass. Bass players, you've got to come up. You've got to come up on the neck and fill out that middle sound. You can keep those middle tones going, and then of course you can go back down again, but then come back up again in the mids. As long as the guitar player is up, you gotta be able to fill up that mid-range sound. So the bass player did a phenomenal job on that. Really nice job. Her vocal performance, man, she is killing it. Dear Lord, just everywhere with her dynamics. I mean, it's fantastic. So one moment she's almost whispering, and the next moment she is straight up banshee mode, and it's fantastic. Love how she can just flip like that, just out of nowhere. Great performance. Really, really good performance. And I like how she's getting into the crowd, too, man. She's going to... Listen, if you're going to go down in the crowd, you might as well interact with them. You know what I mean? And she's doing a great job of it. I also like the fact that she's not being some prima donna. I couldn't help but notice there's this one blonde girl sitting over, like, to her right, with a camera. She's taking pictures. She's been constantly taking pictures. And... God bless Beth Hart. She's not pulling an Axel, and she's not like, get that camera. You know, who cares, man? Seriously, I've always wondered that. Why is that? Why do people have such a problem with people taking pictures at their shows? Who cares? Who cares? Listen, you have your photographers you're paying for. I get it, right? But why do you have this thing about other people in the crowd taking pictures? The photographers you're paying are going to be getting pictures from distances and angles that those people can't get. So you're getting your money's worth. So why are you so upset about somebody in the 5 or 6 rows back with a little disposable camera or whatever? Why are you getting upset? I don't understand that. I've never understood that. Look, if people want to take pictures, let them take pictures. Who cares? It's not the end of the world. Same thing with video footage. I never understood that either. People getting upset. Now, I can't tell you how many times we've gotten into fights with venues over that. Oh my God, when we played the El Rey down here in Hollywood, we played the El Rey one time, and we're never playing there ever again, by the way. Man, they wouldn't allow anybody to film, not even us, unless we paid them. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're the performers. We're the ones performing. We're the act. We're the headliners. We should be able to bring in our own camera crew. You know, and they were like, no, it's against our policy and blah, blah, blah. Unless they pay us $10,000. Yeah, they wanted $10,000 to be able to film our show in their venue. And I was like, are you kidding me? Dear Lord, I've never understood that. Why? And it's not just the venues, though. It's bands, too. Get so upset about, fans bringing cameras to the show. Let them. Listen, they're not going to give very good sound quality. They're not going to give great video quality because they're probably so far away. Let them videotape. Who cares? Seriously. You have your own film crew, the professional film crew, who can get angles and positions that they can't. So your live DVD is safe. I promise. It's like, God dang. Anyway. I'm glad to see that Beth Hart's not one of those people, because this blonde's got the camera like right in her face, and Beth doesn't even care. She's like, whatever, take all the pictures you want. I love that. I automatically love that about her. Anyway, let's keep going here. Let's back up. Let's get into it. How are we going to resolve here? Nice.
Hey, all right.
On response,
Come
nice.
on, shy, come on, shy. Coming in and asking out of one. I just wanted to love you. I just want to make it feel alright. Hey, I just wanted to need you. Yeah. Oh, no. And baby, that's gonna be it. Baby, that's gonna see it. Baby, that's gonna see it. I love it and I don't need to say that.
I should have seen that coming. I didn't see it coming. I should have, though. Oh, man. Going into that upbeat feel, that rockin' feel, and then on a dime, switch right back into the blues feel again. Oh, man. I should have seen that. I didn't see it, though. Hey, good swerve. Good swerve. Absolutely threw me for a loop. Am I the only one that's here? No pun intended. No pun intended, I swear. Am I the only one here who is not just absolutely impressed by her, like, emulation of Janis Joplin? Is anybody else hear it? I'm sure it's pretty obvious that she's... I mean, it can't just be obvious to me, right? I mean, I'm sure everybody else hears it too, but man, she is absolutely encapsulating Janis Joplin right now. Just absolutely emulating her. Especially towards the end when she was on the floor, building up to that upbeat, the fast, like almost rock section. I mean, for lack of a better word, the screams that she was pulling off. Dear Lord, that was Janis Joplin. Fantastic emulation, and it sounds so good, man. It really does. Let's keep this going. We're almost done.
You beautiful girl, thank you. Thank you so much, you guys. God bless ya. I had a great time, man. Thank you.
All right, let me see. Tom Lilly. Okay, I've heard of him. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. John Nichols. I feel like I've heard of him too, but I'm not like Tom Lilly. God dang it. I feel like an idiot now. I should have known. Good Lord. Let's see. John Neiman. I've heard of him, I think. She's got a good band. I know I've heard of Tom Lilly. John Nichols, the name is familiar, and John Neiman, the name's even more familiar. Actually, I think I might have played with John Neiman once. If I'm not mistaken, I think I have. God, what was it for? I don't remember what it was for, but I feel like I played with him before. Great band, and she did an outstanding job as well. All right, let me gather my thoughts, and I'll see you in the review. We'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Beth Hart with Am I the One live. This was a request from Dre Expose Me, Jesse Trucker, Joe Howerton, Tom Turner, Ste Srad, and Kaspar Fuglsang. Fuglsang. Yeah, I hope I pronounced that right. All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give that a 9.2. Yep, 9.2. I feel great about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Wow. That's all I can really say is wow. This was a phenomenal blues performance, hands down. It really did have everything I was kind of hoping would happen. Even some things I wasn't expecting to happen and I wasn't 100% sure how I felt about. But at the end of the day, it all worked out, so no worries. When she started out, going into the crowd, asking everybody to sit down, I am not going to lie, my anxiety shot up about 30 points. I felt my chest tighten, I felt my skin crawl, and I almost had a heart attack. I almost had an aneurysm. Like, are you out of your mind? You're asking the crowd to sit down? What are you doing? But in the context of what was happening with the song, it actually worked out. That slow field blues. I mean, I'm talking really slow, getting way down slow with it. It made sense. It worked out, and it all worked out in the end. I'll get to that in a little bit. But getting down intimate with the crowd like that was cool. I mean, as weird as it felt, as much anxiety as it gave me, it was cool. It was different. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before, ever. All the combinations of things. She has some great vocal lines going on leading up to the verse. She has some great. I wouldn't go as far as to call it scatting. I wouldn't go that far, but it was definitely vocalizations with the tempo, with the beat, with the feel of the song, fitting along with the chordal progression. So it definitely worked out. I'm just gonna knock the band out of the park right now. I'm just gonna knock them out of the way. What a band! Holy cow! Tom Lilly on bass. That, I know Tom Lilly, and I don't know him personally, but I mean, I've seen him play before. I don't know why I didn't recognize him. I didn't recognize him, but I've heard him play. I've actually heard him play in blues bands before. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. Now the name John Nichols on guitar, the name's familiar. I don't think I've ever played with him, but the name is familiar. Like, I feel like I've heard that name before. John Neiman on drums. Now, I do feel like I know that name. I do feel like I have played with him doing something before. I don't know what. I couldn't tell you. It might have been for like a country gig, or it might have been for a blues gig even, that I did some fill-in work for maybe. But I feel like I know that name, and I played with him before. So that's cool. I don't know where though. I wish I could put my finger on it. It's frustrating when you play with so many different people and you can't place it. Like, it could have been this person, this person, this person, and there's like 30 different groups that it could have been, and you can't place your finger on the one that it was. But I feel like I have played with him before. That name is very familiar to me. Phenomenal musicianship. John Nichols guitar playing. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. And, you know, gotta get credit to Tom Lilly on the bass coming up. Like I said, when John was doing his guitar solo and going up high on the neck, like really up high, Tom Lilly had the sense to come up and fill in that mid-range and go back down, come back up to mid-range, go back down to reestablish. He was constantly going back down to reestablish the bottom end, which is good, but he would also come back up and fill out the mid-range again when necessary. And it was absolutely needed. If he hadn't done that, I wonder how hollow that would have sounded. So good for all of them. Drumming was rock solid on this. Kudos to all three for being able to read the song and where it was going to go, and reading Beth and where she was going to go. Now, how much of that was rehearsed? I'm willing to bet quite a bit of it was rehearsed and practiced, but you know, things happen and things get vamped, and you know, we got to extend, and you know, things, you got to be able to move and react on the fly. And that's one of the reasons why I used to love going to that blues club, is that blues club really helped me learn how to react on the fly. So I'm glad I had the opportunity to go there when I did. I really wish that place hadn't closed. I would still be going there. I had a blast. I got to play with some great groups that were literally put together on the fly, and we would rip out some great blues. That's all I'm going to talk about the band. they all did phenomenal. Guitar solo was great. Bass playing was great. Drumming was great. Everything was great. Across the board, top marks. Best vocals on this. Holy smokes. She was all over the place with her vocals. I mean, there were times where she was down low, soft, whispery almost. And then out of nowhere, turn around, full-blown, banshee, Janis Joplin, powerhouse. I mean, it was just, and you never saw it coming. Like there were times that she did build and build and build and build and build and build and build, but then there were other times where there was absolutely no warning, and she went from soft, quiet, whispery to bam, you know, straight up Joplin. It was not expected. It caught me off guard quite a few times. But great delivery, great interacting with the crowd. Really making a few people in the front there like really feel like a part of the show, if you know what I mean. But she did a fantastic job with her performance, her delivery, her projection, her power, her pitch, everything spot on. I think what blew my mind the most was coming out of it. They went, when they hit that part where everybody kind of laid down, we're like, okay, where's this going to go? And they kicked in to this upbeat, like, I would dare say rock feel. And they kicked in, it felt really good. And then just, you know, you felt it too. You felt it coming where, you know, it's building, something's going to happen. But what I did not expect was them to come back to that blues, slow blues feel again. Didn't see that coming. So that threw me for a loop. But that was really nice to have happen. It was a very enjoyable thing. I love it when bands do that. I love it when bands are able to, you know, build up, and you know something's gonna come, you know something's on its way. But when it gets delivered and it happens, and it, you know, the moment occurs, it's not what you were expecting. So that was very cool. No, I dug this. I absolutely dug this. I feel good about that 9.2. I'm not going to change it. I did have my mind blown quite often with her delivery in particular. Being able to switch on the fly between literally almost whispering to full-blown power projection, Janis Joplin style vocalizing. I was not expecting that, and that did absolutely blow my mind. So yeah, 9.2. I feel good with it, and that is where we're going to stay. So 9.2, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hopefully you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you did enjoy the show, and you would like to see more videos like this, feel free to join the fan base by clicking on that button down there. Yeah, you know the button I'm talking about. Click on that button, join the fan base, and become one of us. Now, for whatever reason, if you don't feel like clicking on that button, that's okay. I still respect you. Also, if you did enjoy the video, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. It'll do me a world of good, and it will do you absolutely no harm whatsoever. Finally, if you guys do join the fan base, you will find a bell down there that you can click on. By clicking on that bell, it'll keep you up to date on everything happening with this channel, including when new content is dropped. So, if you want to stay in the know, click on the bell, and you'll stay in the know. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Until next time, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.